Hey, wake up, it's time for Hollow Knight.
Welcome to Let's Wang with Friends.
So, YouTube pointed out something that I completely forgot to show off for 4 episodes. You could just talk to the stag, and he has interesting little tidbits about the area around you.
You walk up to me, he's like, "Hey, boy!"
Damn it. Yakuza 0 is such a great game that I regret I'll probably never play.
All I'm thinking about just doing a Let's Play of side missions, and that's it.
That'd be fun, but
That's rad.
We've seen this before, but can't get it quite yet.
Looks like it's within range, but
It requires a secret path because it's behind a door that has no means of opening, but this is the new area we're going to.
oh,
Hey there.
what's that guy doing?
He's just chilling. But if you ever pass, yeah, if you ever try to pass him, he sprays Tang at you and you take damage. These
Oh,
look,
those ones are a little grumpier because they're not as big.
yeah, they actually don't do anything. The only way they could damage you is if you run into them.
I love the balloon sounds they make when they deflate.
It's so cartoony. I love it.
I hear somebody making maps down here.
Hey, friend.
How'd he get down here? It's a pretty small passage.
Look, when you're this dedicated to map making, you could do anything.
I relate to this guy. Every time I talk to my short friends, I go, "Hello, short friend."
But yeah, Cornford's over here, and this is gonna sound really weird, but this specific room right here is very important at the very end of the game. I should say post-game. So yeah, gear up for when we get to like, what, episode 25 of this LP? Also, there's a very interesting bit of trivia there. Cornifer points out, we don't have a nose.
What's a nose?
That's a good question that our little buddy doesn't know, but here's a new mechanic. Those little purple flowers, if you step on them, you bounce a little bit and you can't jump off them like in most video games, but if you sword them, you bounce really high.
You jump around. You jump up, and get down. Oh, wow.
Yeah, whenever you get a new journal entry, you hear like that deep guttural. That is actually the.
I hate writing.
Yeah, that is actually the Hunter's Journal being updated, and they use that sound cue to remind you of that very mean-sounding creature. But yeah, aside from Cornerflow, there's nothing down here. There's just a bunch of dead ends.
So we're leaving this new area, hey!
Well, this area specifically, but there's a lot more to the fungal wastes. Namely, the path we technically were supposed to take down here.
Damn it, Wang, you're supposed to be teaching people how to play this game.
I am. I'm teaching them my way, which is fun and
course.
exotic.
Exotic.
I mean, we got to go to the Queen Station beforehand. Most people don't see that this early in the game. I also like if you get in just the right angle, your little bugs that gather geo for you can't quite find you, and then they do like a little, like, orbital effect around you. It's so dumb, but it makes me smile whenever it happens.
I'm free! I'm free! Oh, there you are.
This area is a little tricky because they have a lot of emphasis on AoE attacks. Enemies.
Seems like the fungal abilities are what cause all the orange fart gas and stuff to pop out.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, doesn't it?
It's almost as if the fungus is taking over everything. Oh no, ninja stars!
Yeah, this is the main reason why this area sucks. You see those little mushrooms out there? They emit a little spore cloud bomb that slowly follows you around, but if it explodes, it does 2 damage to you.
Damn.
So when you're exploring this area, it's just like, ow, why?
Why did that enemy sound like Adam Sandler?
You have a very weird audio memory of Adam Sandler, because that doesn't really sound like Adam Sandler to me. I don't know, maybe I should just watch something like, fuck, what are his big movies? What was the golf one?
Let's just stick with that. There's the golf one.
There's the golf one, there's the football one, there's the one about the TV remote that sucks, there's the one about
Does the remote suck or the movie suck?
The movie sucks. There's the one about Hanukkah. There's a lot of fucking Adam Sandler movies.
I like how you haven't got a title of a single one.
Well, I only know about one of them, and that's Waterboy, because that's the simplest one. But yeah, onto this enemy. He's not really a threat, I just never can read when he does the ground roll.
It's when he goes, wah!
You'd think that, but audio cues actually get mixed up in this game. There's not a dedicated audio cue for a specific attack. You actually learn that first off when you fight Hornet, because she mixes up audio cues with her attacks.
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
I would think so, yeah. Though that does kind of leave something to be desired, because I remember there was one really, I can't remember if it was it couldn't have been a speedrun. There was one really cool recording of a challenge run of a guy playing Ocarina of Time entirely blind because he's blind, and he relied entirely on audio cues.
Wow.
So I feel like what this game did kind of feels mean in a way. But hey, mini boss time.
Oh, I like this guy.
It's the dumpy.
Oh wow, party time.
This boss fight is relatively simple. They either barf a arc attack or they do 7 headbutts. And you would think, hey, shouldn't you just attack him from the top? You can't really do that because their mushroom crap is very dense and you can't damage them through it. But it's a relatively simple fight. You just gotta be super aggressive and they'll go down super easily.
It looks like their barf attack lingers on the ground for just a moment, so does just touching it do any damage?
Yes. It's a damage field. But yeah, last episode you mentioned charm notches.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the things like bosses and just, exploring will get you that.
Are they pretty random drops, or are they specific to certain fights?
They are specific. I would probably die if they are random drops, because I hate grinding for random drops. All those new fucking Castlevania games, all the DS ones where you gotta, grind a 0.5% chance to get a specific item from an enemy. No way, I'm not gonna do that shit.
Or Skies Arcade to try to get as much moonberries as you can.
Oh, man. I still can't believe you got away with so much of that in your LP.
That was the first time that the first tutorial fight gave me a moonberry.
That's not a good sign. We're about to meet another one of my favorite NPCs. I don't know what the hell he is.
Looks a little twitchy. I like how that one's not a bench.
Yeah, it's a corpse. Hello, leg eater.
Hi. I can smell you.
Dude, I don't know if I want to see something
His name
nice.
is just Leg Eater?
Yes, he is just the leg eater.
He'd be your worst enemy because you have all leg.
He's a merchant. He sells unique charms.
You paid him to get access to a shop.
Well, he's got a very powerful shop because he sells the only damage up trinket in the game. However, all of his trinkets come at a cost. He has 3 trinkets for sale. One gives you 2 max health that, unlike the one we get from the gypsy, you could actually heal those 2 health. He also sells a badge that increases the amount of Geo drop because he likes Geo and he wants you to give you more Geo. His final one is a trinket that increases your damage, just period. However, there's a catch to all of these trinkets. If you die, the trinket breaks and you have to get him to repair it. Which
Oh, so that's why they call it fragile.
Now,
So just don't die.
yeah.
So in iron runs, those are super useful because you're not dying anyway.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna get. That's actually what I was gonna mention. When I did my iron run, I said, if I die, I lose anyway, so why the fuck wouldn't I use these? And,
There's really no downside at that point.
yeah, and, the damage up is really substantial. So, you know how I mentioned that I keep mentioning there's an alternate path here? We're taking it right now.
Wrong way, oh-ho.
Yeah, we'll see when we actually get to the entrance, but yeah. We're supposed to be going down this. Which in a way makes sense because you go down, you meet the trinket merchant, and he sells you a good item, and then you go through the rest of the level with a cool trinket. Also, this is me being really confused because there's an audio cue here for something I didn't know existed.
Is it a caterpillar?
No, sadly. I thought it was something cool, but then when I realize what it is, I get swiftly disappointed. Here, though, something we gotta remember for later when we get a power-up.
I love those areas in those games because you walk in there going, this is weird that this is here. Probably nothing.
Then when you come back, do the tutorial for a power-up, you're like, wait. But yeah, this is a...
Oh, hey.
Yeah, we are back at the Forgotten Crossroads, and I have not shown off this room yet. I believe this is to the left of when you first meet, Cornifer. Actually, no, this is to the left of the sauna, never mind. Yeah, I could have gone here way back, but I didn't. But let's jump cut to, remember how we mentioned that I could have used that flying bug to get here?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go save that little caterpillar. Now, this is very tricky to do. Like, in order to do this without the dash, it would take a little bit of effort. But yeah, you can.
I can also see it's easy to knock yourself off of that too.
Yeah. Now I'm showing this off specifically because we actually do get a unique item from him.
I will give you enough you can refuse.
That was basically a heart piece fragment, much like in old Zelda games. If you get 4 of those, you get a health up.
Does he give you those consistently, or is that the only time he does it?
That's the only time he does it. He gives you random upgrades, though. But that secret I mentioned, it's just, you know, a soul vessel.
Ah.
Boo.
Because you gotta have souls.
Yeah. Also, by this point of backtracking, I have 600 geos, so let's talk to my good friend, Leg Eater.
I gotta say, as much as you're like, this is a nice place for a lot of situations, the fact that there's just vessels located that are full of souls is a little concerning.
Yeah? A little weird that that's there, isn't it?
Also, it's weird you get power from it. What could that mean?
I don't know. It's almost like I'm trying to feign ignorance for fear of spoiling everything like I usually do.
The spoiler strikes again.
So this is kind of weird and makes me feel very, you know, uncomfortable. I'm trading out range up for damage up. When I was doing this recording here, I was like, oh man, I don't like this at all. I want my range back. And, I'll eventually get range up once I get more trinkets, but for now I'm operating on low range, and I personally hate it. Because range up is really good because it means you can play safer.
So you could go low range and then put on the spiky thing.
I could do that
That way you
too.
do high damage, and you probably do high damage with that ability too.
That's why I find the charm system so fascinating in this game. It takes a simple system and just accents it with different abilities that complement how you play. Now we're going to be swiftly going towards a crossroads in this area, and it is going to be something I will explain at the end of the video that's going to affect this LP. But for now, let's keep going down and explore some of the more unique areas of fungal wastes. Namely,
So do those tracking fungal things, do they explode based on time shot out or proximity?
time and proximity. Like, it'll either explode on contact or it'll just blow up after a while.
We will not remember the elders.
Yeah, that's a thing that's gonna happen later in the game that I always forget about. I've beaten this game 3 times. Each time I have to look up a guide of, what the fuck did I forget?
Hello?
Hi, Maneater Mildred. I mean, Cloth. You know how I mentioned Zote's one of my favorite NPCs?
Yeah.
This is earnestly my favorite NPC, because she's so nice. She is the best character in this game, in my opinion, and there are some later, but I still think Cloth is the best. But
I
yeah,
like how his name Cloth because he wears a cloth hat.
a lot of the naming
More use
conventions...
the Dragon's Tooth.
Yeah. A lot of the naming conventions in this game are very simple. We met Leg Eater, we know what he does and why he's named as such. We met Cloth, we know why she's named as such. It's a good naming convention. You don't have stupid bullshit like Zangoth the Barbarian.
Okay, I don't quite get why one was called Leg Eater. Why was he called Leg Eater?
Who could have somebody actually made a fan comic concerning that, and I thought it was hilarious. I'll have to see if I could find it and put it somewhere in the video. But yeah, this is them playing with the you know, the... Wow, I forget what a trampoline was for a second. I almost called it a bungee cord.
Yes, a bouncy bungee cord.
Yeah, they play around with the trampoline bit here, but they don't go overkill with it because this is a starter area, and if you, like, do some Super Meat Boy shit this early in the game, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna turn away your audience.
Just as Super Meat Boy did.
Yeah. So I do appreciate the fact that they push this level design to the limit, but don't make it too obnoxious. Also,
Oh, hello.
I honestly wonder if I could have just ran into her by dropping precisely atop her, but,
Tripper.
we're at a dead end here. Unless we figure out some way to either jump on that ledge or get a fucking hook shot, we can't progress this way.
Hook shot, you say?
Yeah, that'd be neat, wouldn't it?
Yep. I don't have enough mobility. I need hook shots.
Every game is great with hook shots, like who are we kidding? It's a shame Nintendo monopolized it with Zelda. So now we're seeing a new kind of level design. Areas where the trampoline is actually somewhat detrimental.
Knocks you towards death.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like this area is the one where they take trampoline to its logical extreme.
Bungees.
Yes. I'm never gonna know the difference between bungee and trampoline, damn it. I thought this was the really...
See, trampolines are what you jump on. Bungie made Destiny, okay? So.
Yeah. I like this little challenge a lot because it's fun. It's fun and challenging without, you know, just stopping you from playing. And you get rewarded for it. Later, Vinny.
I'll put in a good word with my boss.
He'll pay you real good.
You wake up with a caterpillar head in your bed.
Not again! But yeah, this area also is rather familiar. It's the door that we...
The moment where we run into clickers.
Clickers?
Yeah,
Oh!
Last of Us.
Last of Us,
There's
right.
fungus everywhere.
I forgot about that game. That would be such a stark departure. Just bugs possessed by fungus that just scream at you and dash at you madly. That'd be horrifying.
To be fair, that's where the idea of fungus possession even came from, was from insects.
Oh yeah, that's right, because there's the one that possesses a spider. Also, if you look...
They also possess ants. They possess all sorts of bugs.
But yeah, if you didn't notice, a foreground effect kind of led to a thing that's gonna show itself here. Say hello to mantises.
I have to admit, mantises are so fucking cool.
Yeah. So this is interesting. We're going to a village now. Because now we are approaching the Mantis tribe.
Clearly, they're friendly.
They're a proud warrior tribe that believes in respect through strength. If I could hit this guy.
And eating of the men.
If you've noticed something very specific about these guys, they don't have the orange glow.
I just clash little nails with them.
Mm-hmm. It's a neat little effect. I don't know the specifics about it, but I think it does grant you a little bit of invincibility. But yeah, the Mantis clan is interesting because they also seem to, you know, they make trophies of their prize dead, and it seems to focus on certain 8-eyed bugs.
Nothing specific, just 8-eyed bugs.
Yeah. Also, nice little warning there, guys.
That classic horror movie thing. Oh, this says never enter this place. Come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it! In a way, though, this is a mandatory process, so yeah, we are doing the dumb horror thing that everybody shouldn't do. A friend of mine is streaming Until Dawn, and the entire stream is just him saying, wow, these kids are stupid.
The best version they ever did for this was Bloodborne, when you go to this one area, and you hear this voice yelling from a rooftop from somewhere going, hey, you shouldn't be in this place, go back. And then you keep on walking forward, and he goes, oh, I see you're curious, well, I can fix that. And he starts shooting you with a Gatling gun from the roof.
Yeah, I know that guy. That guy's a dick. Also, this level is interesting from a design standpoint, because it doesn't show it initially, but there are technically 2 paths through each area. And each one will, each one kind of gives you a way of either fighting a dude or just sneaking by. Also,
Or jumping straight down.
Yeah, I totally fell down that column when I didn't mean to, which dodged like 3 fights.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Also, these guys are clever. You could definitely pogo atop their head and do easy damage, but they're keen on that. They'll slash
And
at
they don't
you.
have very big heads either.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? There's a bench right there.
I want to get something in, show off an oddity.
I see him.
We'll definitely be sure to get them later, like next video. But for now, there is something we could get down here. Also, a sewer system unfolds here. Weird.
Bugs need a shit.
Yeah. Bug shit too. But also we get the
Dash Master!
Yeah, we get the Dash Master badge here, and I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know if it's due to poor input design or do I just suck at this, because Dash Master not only reduces the amount of time it takes to dash again on the ground, but it also gives you an up and down dash whenever you dash in the air. So you could like dash horizontally in the air and then dash up.
Oh, that's actually pretty useful.
However, when I do that, every time I try to dash in the air consistently, I dash straight down, which puts me in so many fucking problems that I never use that thing.
Damn.
I can see that being a very useful speedrun trinket, but I just cannot use that properly for the life of me. Like, I'm genuinely curious if that's, like, a problem with me or not.
I can see it useful for dodging aerial attacks and things like that.
Oh yeah, I think that was intended purpose, most definitely, but, here's the interesting thing about this video. I wanted to do this earlier, but I recorded past the crossroads and probably shouldn't have done that, but, I kind of want your opinion on what we're gonna do here, viewers. So, with this video, I'm gonna put up a poll. It's gonna be in the description, which you probably saw before we even get to this point in the video, but, there are several points in the game where you just enter a crossroad and decides, I can go wherever I want. What do I do? And I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna have the viewer decide what to do, and this will be the first decision. We have 2 options available to us right now. Next video, I'm gonna continue the level and get the mandatory upgrade, but I could do 2 things from there. I could just continue on with the story, go on to the next area, and get both the next crossroad, which opens up a lot more options, along with weapon upgrades. Or at this point, I could fight an optional boss. So it'll be your decision. Do I fight the optional boss as I am now and do it all for a really neat upgrade that I could get super early in the game? Or should I progress? I have a vague idea what the viewers are going to give me.
I have a third vote.
Yes?
Can they just have a party with the caterpillars?
Yes, at the end of the game.
That better happen. I'm just voting for that automatically.
Yeah, something definitely will happen with the caterpillars at the end. You do get a unique reward.
You get whacked.
You just walk up to them and then you get blackjacked across the head.
Thank you for coming by as the one just pops you in the back of the head. You just see yourself sinking into the sea or something.
I hope you like your silk shoes.
You just see the grandfather here. I hope you realize all of those were loans. Now we're gonna need payback. Why have these
We
guys
weren't giving you money, that's just more of an investment.
Why have we turned them into mob bosses? I don't know where this came from.
Look back in the videos. I don't have a good answer for you.
I think it just kind of happened and we've been going with it. But yeah, Hollow Knight's definitely going to be interesting because this is the first fork and then there's going to be a big one immediately after this decision. So I feel like this is where the LP is going to kick off because it could go in a lot of directions and in a lot of areas outside of my comfort zone, which will be interesting to see. So yeah, get hyped, viewers. We are nearing what makes the game honestly really interesting in my point because once we get to this point, there's no direction the developers want you to go. You could just do whatever, and I think that's really fascinating. So, see you folks later. I eagerly await the results of the poll.
Go out and vote!
And so that should be my recording now, so synchronize audio.
I just realized I saved the last file as part 50 when it's part 40. I better fix that.
It's easily done.
Let's wang part 4. There we go.
Alright. So, synchronize audio in 3, 2, 1, sync.
Sync!
Alright.
Hey, boy!
Fucking... Bacchus is the weirdest character in...
Oh, boy!
I'm probably gonna put this at the beginning of the video, because it just bears bringing up. Bacchus is the weirdest character in Yakuza 4, just because... He's like...
You mean Yakuza 0, he's
0.
not in 4.
Yeah, I'm so used to saying Yakuza 4. In Yakuza 0, because he's just a bar owner that says... Hey, Kiryu, you want to learn about boxing? Or just, beating people over the head with a fucking motorcycle and killing them?
No, the weird part is he shows him and goes, how about you take that money and invest it in your moves?
Just inject it right in your bloodstream.
I love when you see him in the alleyway when he's there to teach you moves. He does that move. So every time we see him, he goes, hey, boy. And then if he can't teach you any moves, he goes, oh, boy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Anyways, Hollow 5 in 3, 2, 1, play.